Hello, and welcome to Making Tracks. Today we're going to talk about some of the costs of the Carretera Austral.
When do you start this?
We should start off with the cost of groceries. So, you have Puerto Montt, sorry. It's kind of like the base of where you would start before coming down to southern Chile. So I believe I mentioned in the last video, and if I didn't, you definitely should buy your groceries there before you start, such as, granola, energy bars, that sort of stuff, your breakfast items, oatmeal. Oatmeal's kind of cheap here. It's a little bit more.
Depends where you are, because here a box of in Puyuhuapi, a box of 500 grams, it's 1,000 something pesos.
Okay.
And then that one with seeds and everything, we found it for 1,000 in Puerto Montt, for example. I think it was.
Okay, so it's
or
not
Puerto Varas.
It's not too bad.
No. But then a bigger box is gonna be around 2,000 something here.
Yeah. So, your little, how do you say, crackers or cookies, the packaged kind of junk food here, I would say is about double or 2.5 times the price as the mainland. Because let's say, you go to a grocery store, your little thing of cookies, runs you maybe 650 to 800 pesos. But here, that same item is
maybe double.
Yeah, it's about double. It's probably about 16 to 1,800 for the same.
Depends on the cookies.
Depends on the cookie, yeah.
Because that box, it was a really fancy cookie. There was 3,000 pesos, I think.
Yeah.
I saw it yesterday.
Eggs, 30 eggs here. A flat of eggs will run you about 5,000 pesos, which is what is that? Maybe $8 US, $8.20 US. Dozen eggs, I think here was about 1,600 pesos. A beer, 1,000 pesos. It's kind of similar to the mainland. That's the one thing. The price changes very little.
Mm-hmm.
Like a tall boy. What else? Fruit here is obviously quite a bit more. How much are the bananas?
Whoosh. I think the kilo is 2,000.
2,000 a kilo.
Maybe, I might be wrong. There was one place that it was 2,000. Another one for kiwis, it was 1,800 pesos for a kilo.
Yeah. So
it depends where you are.
$3.25 US or so. Maybe $3.50 US.
Yeah.
What other items is there?
Tomatoes?
Oh, tomatoes. Yeah. They're a bit pricey here.
What else do we buy?
Avocados.
That one for one, sometimes you're paying 1,300 pesos.
So
for one.
That's over $2 US for one avocado.
But here.
But here, which is understandable.
Very south.
But yeah, moving on. What should we do next? Buses or guest houses?
Well, the buses is kind of hard because everywhere you have different prices.
They're insanely expensive.
Yes, because to go, for example, a bus of, how long it took us to get to Puerto Varas? 6 hours? No, 7.
7 hours, yeah.
So for that one each, we paid 10,200 pesos.
Yep. For
that bus. But then here, to take a bus that was 4 hours long, we paid 15,000 pesos each. So it gets a little bit pricey just because you're here. Probably gas is more expensive
before coming to the south, that bus ticket is running you, like Isabel was saying, 7-hour bus ride will run you about $18 US. But here in the south, a 4-hour trip will run you $27 US. So it's for Chile is pretty high, the price of a bus ticket.
But that's a bus that is not subsidized by the government. Because if it is a bus that is subsidized by the government, the same trip is 6,000 instead of 15,000.
It depends what day of the week they run. It gets kind of complicated. I'm not really going to get into that because you have specific days of the week where you can get a cheaper bus. But we don't really know until you get there.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you have to be like literally at the station and figure out which company will be taking you the next morning. So it's like, even from here, the next town we're going to, we have no idea if it's going to be a subsidized bus or a private company. So
I think it's subsidized because it's for people here that move around, have these buses so they can go there very early in the morning, then come back in the evening.
If you guys come here, the price of buses that you pay in the main part of Chile, don't expect to get the same price in the south because it changes a lot.
Yeah.
Next topic. We have all the topic here in the phone. All the topics.
No, it's my list of what we pay each day.
All right.
So nights, how much you spend for hostels?
Yes, I guess that's the main
It
topic.
depends. It depends. It could be 25,000 pesos per night.
Which is like $45 US.
Yes, one room, double room.
Yep.
It could be that, or here, for example, we are paying for this room. We're paying 40,000.
40. Okay. Yes. So this is an example. You guys have the wide angle lens on. You can see the whole room from that edge to that edge. So a room like this runs you 40,000 peso, which is about 72 US dollar. Yeah.
Per night, but it has breakfast included, and in this house it's pretty good actually.
Yeah.
It's really good, and
but also due to the whole COVID thing, you guys can't cook. So if you want dinner, what we've been doing is just getting like tins of tuna or crackers or bread and just eating a bit of fruit or vegetable with some tuna. That's all you can do because you can't use the kitchen to cook because it's against the government.
Unless you have money, you can go to a restaurant
if you want to go to a restaurant every night. But the government rules right now is guest houses, they're not allowed to let people use the kitchen. So be prepared for that. Whether that changes in the future, I have no idea, but it doesn't really look like it at this point. It looks like it's here to at least stay for another month anyway.
Yeah, so that's it. I mean, prices until Puerto Montt for a hostel is 25,000 pesos, and then coming down here it gets a little bit more. And then it depends, because there was one place I was charging, it was the same, because then they tell you 15,000 per person.
Yeah.
So then at the end you're paying.
The one thing we forgot to mention is some places
they tell you per person.
Per person or per room, which it's weird. I mean, what's the difference if you have one person in a room or two? But anyway, some places will charge you, the room's 20,000. Oh, you have two people staying there, now it's 40,000. So that's all up to the guest house owner.
Because in Puerto Varas and Puerto Montt, we pay 25,000 for the room.
Yes, which would be like $45 US.
It didn't matter how many people, or maybe up to 2 people.
Which actually in Chile, I've never heard of this whole you're paying per person for a room. Yeah, it's either you pay for the room or not.
No, because here I think in this part there's a lot of single travelers too, like solo travelers. So I think that's why. I mean, they're not gonna charge how much. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's about it.
The buses situation, you kind of have to be looking at the little, because here there's no bus stations. It's just a stop next to the police station or something.
Yeah, they seem they really use police stations as a pickup drop-off point.
Because it's a place in town that sticks out the most. I mean.
Yeah, and it's government, so you can put a bus thing there.
And you have to look whatever windows that it might be like an information center. They always have there a paper that says when the buses are running, what time they're leaving, and where they're going. So that's what you have to see. When they're going, the time, maybe not prices, but it might be what? Probably this one is going to be 6,000 pesos. I'm pretty sure for the one tomorrow. It might be because it's a 4-hour drive.
Yeah, but the buses have been getting more and more expensive.
No, but this one is one that I know which one is coming.
Okay. Well, we'll find out tomorrow if it's a subsidized bus. But if it's not subsidized, like I was saying, it's more than double. All right, guys, so I hope this gives you a small overview of the cost of traveling in the Carretera Austral area. You know, we covered some food items, right? You're looking at, let's just say on a safe side, 2.5 times the price what you pay in middle or northern Chile, or northerner Chile, I mean like Santiago area, up to, okay, when I say that, I mean like Santiago to Puerto Montt, that area. So you're looking at like 2.5 times.
Oh, but if you want to go to restaurants here,
Oh yeah, it's
gonna
expensive.
go. Yeah, it's gonna be per meal.
It's like
8,000 pesos.
It's pretty much, if you want a sandwich, it's gonna be like 7,000, 7,500.
But it's not gonna be lower than that.
Yeah.
It's gonna be from there.
The cheapest one I seen was 7,000. The cheapest like sandwich option, and it was here and in Chaiten as well.
Yeah.
So anywhere from 7,000 and it goes up 10,000, 12 if you want to really, you know, like a rack of lamb or whatever you call it. But anyway, yeah. So the food prices 2.5 times the price, all right, and the buses basically is double what you pay.
Normal.
And the hostels, is double as well.
Yeah, average 20,000 per person.
Yeah,
that would be, because the cheaper one we found was 15,000.
Okay, so not quite double. Let's call it a third, 25 to 30% more.
But I'm saying per person though, not
Yeah.
per room, because here they charge you kind of per person.
Yeah, again, which is, I found kind of odd.
So, because right now we're not using booking, we're just going, showing up to the place, knocking on doors, asking what
are you charging? What do you have?
Yeah.
Are you guys weird or not?
After one time, now we ask you, do you have Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
As well.
Yes, if you guys do get guest houses here, ask those questions. Ask if you can at least use hot water, like a kettle for the morning to make your coffee or tea, and ask if they have Wi-Fi. Because if you're gonna end up paying whatever it is, you know, $80 a night US or $75 a night US, you might as well shop around, because there's a lot of guest houses here. You might as well shop around, try to get one that at least has Wi-Fi, and they're chill about at least letting you use the kettle for the morning, you know, so you can make some coffee and tea, that sort of thing.
Maybe they can lend you plates if you want to make your
Yeah, that we've been asking them like in the morning, because obviously, like I was saying, you cannot use the kitchen due to the COVID thing. They're not allowed to, but you can ask, hey, can I have 2 bowls just to, you know, you can have some cereal in your room or wherever, if there's a sitting area, you can have your oatmeal or cereal. And yeah, that's about that.
It's kind of the prices here.
Yeah. All right, so that's a small overview. If there's a specific item you want to know, just drop a comment down below, and if I know it, I'll let you know what the price is. Okay, until the next video.
Ciao.
Ciao. Whoosh.